Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a book haul. I'm always telling you guys that we have the best used bookstores by us, but most of these books actually, all of these books did not even come from those bookstores. They came from Half Price Books, which I know a lot of you are familiar with. And then 3 of the books came from, 1 from my sister and 2 from one of you guys. You guys sent me some books to the P.O. Box address that I have, and I was flipping out when I got them. It was so nice. Actually, I lied. One of the books came from one of our local used bookstores called Changing Hands. If you watched my book Unhaul, that's where I got a bunch of store credit recently. And on top of having store credit there, I found a used copy of this first book. That would be Cadaver and Queen by Elisa Whitney. This is a science fiction young adult book. It sounds super fun and kind of mystery-ish. It's about this girl who gets accepted into this medical school, and at this medical school they have these mechanical cadavers that are supposed to kind of be used to help the medical students. And the main character, Elizabeth, finds one of these cadavers and decides she wants to try to fix it, try to study with it, and finds out this one seems like it has a lot of sentience, and it may have been one of the students who mysteriously died at the school not that long ago. I think it sounds really fun, and personally I think I might want to pick this up in October when everything is all spooky. Now switching to the things that I got at Half Price Books, they had a sale. I found a bunch of other things that I've been interested in and kind of wanting for a while for really cheap, and one of those would be the entire Barnabas trilogy. This trilogy is one of my absolute favorites. It's technically middle grade, but I think it does border at the top end of middle grade and maybe early young adult. The first one follows this young boy who is taken in by this magician who totally humiliates him, and this young boy Nathaniel decides he is going to study really hard, up his education, and learn some spells maybe beyond his years to try and get revenge on his teacher. And the spell he ends up going with is one that allows him to summon a genie. It's so much fun, it's super entertaining, and it's one of the few trilogies I've ever read that pull off having both first-person point of view and third-person point of view. It does it really well. I absolutely love this trilogy. I think it's extremely underrated, and I highly recommend it. Next up, another find that I got from Half Price Books for extremely cheap and also very extremely unnecessary, but I saw it and I really wanted it, and that would be 2 of the UK prints of the Witcher books. I have these in the American covers. I have a Polish edition. I want more of the old school Polish editions because they're awesome. And I did want to eventually get these editions as well because I do think that they're pretty cool, but I wasn't going to go out of my way to get them, especially because I'd have to get them generally from Book Depository. It takes forever to ship. I really don't need them. So when I saw them at Half Price Books for, I think it was like $3.99 for one of them and $4.99 for the other, I was like, okay. Really quick side tangent for a second. For those of you who are Witcher fans, I also have randomly this edition of Blood of Elves and The Last Wish, and I'm wondering, is there a way I can complete these editions? I've never seen these editions in the other books. I've only ever seen these 2. So if you guys know how I can get these editions completed for the whole series, let me know. Also, I absolutely love some of the foreign editions out there for Witcher. There was this one Spanish edition that I spent like the whole night trying to find, and I looked all over like Amazon Spain or like random other websites trying to find them, and I could not find them. So if any of you live in other countries and you have really awesome foreign editions of the Witcher series where you live, let me know how I can possibly get them. Same goes for Mistborn and anything Sanderson. The next book I got is a sequel to a book that I really enjoyed. It's a young adult book called Dividing Eden, and the second one is called Eden Conquered. I enjoyed the first book quite a lot. I don't really hear too many people talk about it. It's about these 2 siblings that get pitted against each other for the throne. They don't want to be going against each other, but they're kind of forced to. And it definitely leaves off on a cliffhanger. I would absolutely love to see where the story goes. I think there was a lot of potential for great world building in the first one, but we didn't dive that much into the world, so I'm hoping we get a lot more into it in this one. The last book I got from Half Price Books is one that is so different from pretty much everything else that I read, and that would be Royce Rolls. This book sounds very silly but very fun. It follows this girl whose family is a part of a reality TV show, kind of like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she absolutely hates that is her life. She wants to get away from it. She dreams of the day that the reality show is over, and she's been hearing talks that the ratings aren't so great and there's a chance that the show might get canceled. And so she's wishing for it, but everybody else in her family is hoping it doesn't get canceled. Switching now to the books that got sent to me. This was so nice. I kind of freaked out when I got them, but it was one of the Twisted Tales books. This one is A Whole New World, where you kind of get to see what if the story was reversed, the traditional story. And it says, what if Aladdin had never found the lamp? And I was also sent The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. This is one of the Sanderson books that I haven't read. I've read the Cosmere books, but I've not read any of his other things. And so I was super excited that I got this. The last book I have is one that was sent to me by my sister, who, by the way, for those of you that don't know, she started her own channel. It's very different from my channel. It's kind of a way to save money. She does like Dollar Tree hauls and grocery hauls and kind of more family oriented stuff, along with she's doing a weight loss thing right now. So very different than what I do. But if you are interested in her channel, I'll have it linked in the description bar down below. But anyway, during one of her Dollar Tree adventures, she ended up finding this one book called Sword of Honor, and she took a picture of it and she's like, hey, does this look like something you would want? And I was like, I mean, yeah. So she sent it to me. I had absolutely no idea what it was about, but when I got it, I showed my husband. I was like, oh, here, look, this is the book my sister got me. And he was reading the back and or the inside cover, and he was like, wait. And he got so excited because if you look over there at the series called Vagabond, it's the one in white with the red numbers. It's a manga series he's been reading. He's been absolutely loving it. It's about a real person in history, a real samurai. And this book is about that samurai. When we realized that, we were very excited. Anyway, that's it for this book haul. Let me know if you guys have read any of the books that I showed. Let me know if you know how I can get my hands on some awesome other Witcher editions. As always, thank you so much for watching. Happy reading, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.